and welcome to Saturday's video. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's a lot of different things that I didn't know where to put in my videos, but I want to share it with you. I'm going to call it my channel minutes because there's some very important things I need to share with all of you concerning my channel and concerning some things. Number one thing I want to start out is my email. So my email is this, right? Scrolling below you. It's tesswanger1172@gmail.com. And what is happening in the recent months is a lot of people are sending an email to the wrong person. You're not adding the 1172 in it. Please make sure that you check my email right and make sure that you send it to the right person. The woman who is getting all of my emails is very kind and she is forwarding them to me, and I'm sure it's quite annoying to her. But I really want to thank her so much for forwarding because she doesn't have to do that. So make sure that you use that email if that's the email you use. I'm starting on my new videos using the Homestead Tessie at gmail.com. That seems to be a lot easier for people. So the Homestead Tessie is this email, and this is the one that I'm just directing people to from now on. It just makes it so much simpler, and I really don't want to be a confusion with other people, and there is no other Homestead Tessie. So that is the update for number one. The update for number two is back in November, I was telling people I'm not going to have my P.O. box. But I want to share with you, I am going to keep my P.O. box because it is something of an expense to me and it is helping me for taxes at the end of the year. I am going to keep my P.O. box because there are a lot of people who send me letters anonymously. And I understand that there's some people that want to talk about things that are very personal, but they don't want to say who they are. But they want me to pray for them and they want to share things with me. And by having a P.O. box, they're able to do that. And it just gives them that peace of mind knowing that they can send me something anonymously. So I am keeping that P.O. box for everybody because I do believe it does bless them and enables to just share things with me. And that way they feel like they're sharing things in a private manner. So that is update number two. Update number three is I'm going to ask you some questions. And I want you to answer me in this video. So if you could try to answer me in this video, it would be really helpful. So the questions I want to ask you are, what kind of videos would you like to see from me? You know, I try to have the biggest and the widest variety of videos I possibly can. And I do. Oh my goodness. You know, having a video every single day, that gets quite challenging, and I think I'm doing pretty good as far as having a big variety. I don't like just sitting and talking. I like doing and sharing and showing. And so these are things that I'm doing in my own home because I like to keep myself busy. A lot of times people will contact me and say they're empty nesters and they just don't feel like they have a purpose. And I understand what that feels like because I am an empty nester as well. And so I just do things to enjoy my life a little more. I find things that I enjoy. So I enjoy these kind of things. And so I do them for my own benefit. And of course, I still have a husband at home with me, and I do share it with my children. And I like believing that my children and grandchildren will pick up on these traits in their life. But what would you like to see? Is there any subject I haven't touched on that you would like me to talk more about? Is there something you would like to know about me? I am an open book. I like to share my life with everyone. I know not everybody is that way. There are a lot of channels that aren't comfortable in doing that. But this was the focus point of my channel, was to share my life. And that was to share my life in all ways. Is there something that you wanted to know about me? My Q&As have been extremely popular. People loved my Q&As. And years ago, I used to live stream, but this year I haven't done much live streaming, and I don't plan on doing any live streaming, at least not now in the near future. But I love to do the Q&As with all of you, and I would love to share more of my life with you. Is there something I'm doing that you don't like? You know, healthy criticism is amazing, and there are two types of people that I found in this world that criticize. There's one that will criticize because they really love me and enjoy my content, and they will just criticize in a way that helps me learn more about myself. So if I say things about Scotland and Irish, they will let me know I said something wrong, and they will do it in a loving, kind way. Then there's a kind, no matter what you do in life, they're going to criticize you. Those get a boop, delete, because they're not criticizing in a nice, kind way. They're saying, oh, you're too fat, you're too tall, you're too ugly, you're too whatever. And those criticisms, I just delete. That brings me to another point I like to share with all of you. And that was the other week, I shared a video with you, and I kind of broke down and crying about some things that I was going through in my life. And you guys have really blessed me. And, you know, I am one of those people that are very conscious. I've always want to be conscious of saying the right thing, doing the right thing, you know. And you guys just said, you know what, Tessie? Unanimously, you all said this. My husband said it. They said, you know what, Tessie? If somebody's going to be not very kind, just delete. And you know what? I'm doing that. I'm not even looking at it the second time. I'm just deleting it. And you know, that's been such a burden off my shoulders, because I kind of laid it all on you guys, which maybe wasn't fair, but yet I wanted to lay it all to you guys, and I wanted you to tell me unanimously what you felt. And so I will take a comment, look at it, and think, okay, is this person just being somebody I don't know and they're just being nasty, and then I will delete it. And I really want to thank you guys for that. That's what this platform is about. It's about sharing our struggles and our trials with one another. It's about sharing things, and that's what I like to do. And you guys helped me out. You know, I like to say it as this. You guys are my mothers, my fathers, my grandpas, my grandmas, my sisters. Really have that interaction anymore. And so you guys are there for me. And you know what? You're teaching me and you're helping me. My 50th birthday was amazing. It was nothing special as far as I didn't do anything exciting. I had a small birthday cake, which you guys seen in my video, and I spent the day just puttering around the house. And so puttering is another word for redding up. I just went around my house, and that day more of our pipes broke, so we didn't have any running water. But you know what? I count it all joy, because that's what life's about. And you know, I would like to live to be 100 years old, and people laugh at me. I really do. I would like to be 100 years old. And if my happy attitude brings that, that's what's going to bring it. But, you know, we don't know what tomorrow holds. And wouldn't it be great if I could be on YouTube for another 50 years, and I'd be like the world record for being on YouTube? I always thought in my head that when I started my YouTube channel, I wanted to have the world record for the most videos. And I'm sure that's not going to happen, because there's a lot of people that do them more than one a day. But I would love to have a real high quality video once a day for the rest of my life on YouTube. That is my goal. I know, I set the bar really high, and so far I've met that goal. And you know, we don't know. We don't know what tomorrow is, but hey, right now, right here, I'm at the place where I just love the most, and that's being here with all of you. A lot of questions that people have asked me. What do I do when I don't feel well and I have YouTubes and make videos? So a lot of times I will do a video, a couple in one day, and then I will upload them in the next series of days. And so like today I did 2 other videos. And so what I have is, it's really fascinating to some people. I have video day, and then I have editing day. Video day, I get kind of dressed up. This is as good as it's going to get, people. And I get dressed up and I show my face to all of you. Editing day, I don't get fixed up. That's the day I do a lot of chores around the house, and those are the days I edit my videos. And so it seems to work really good for me. I am a very organized person, and so this all seems to work out very well. But I'll tell you, I've been stretched to my limits at times, but at the end of the day, it's like I tell my hubby, it always seems to get done. And I always ask the Lord, I said, Lord, just give me strength for one more day. And he does. And that's because I feed off of a lot of you. I feed off of your kindness to me, and that is energy, and that is powerful. So when you say words like, you know, you're so encouraging, you're a breath of fresh air, or you're so kind, Tessie, I feed off that. It gets in my spirit, and it just gives you such an energy. You know, there is a good energy and there is a bad energy. There's evil and there's good. And the evil energy, what it does is it sucks the energy out of you. You know, it sucks it out of you. And people who live in that, they think they have energy. But what happens is they may have energy for a moment, but then it sucks it all out of you. You know, drama. Oh my goodness, drama just sucks such life out of a person. But then you have the good energy and you can feed off of that, but it lasts you. Like it stays in your body, and it stays in your body till you feed off of it again, and the kindness. And it stays there. And that is one of the biggest lessons that I've ever learned on YouTube, is how words, spoken words, can bring life and death into a person. And you know what? Now I'm starting to preach. And I shouldn't be preaching because it's a Saturday and we can't preach on a Saturday, right? You know what? It's like somebody said, Tessie, if you got to preach, preach it whenever. But it is like that. It's like life and death. And, you know, that is something that is just something I am just really, really thinking about these days. And you know what? I think I might save the rest of what I have to say for a Sunday video, because it is really important, I think. So I hope you guys saw some of the minutes and saw some of the updates, and I hope you guys can help me out once again. Hey, in the comments below, let me know what you think. Any questions on me? Or do you just like what I'm doing? See you guys. Oh, by the way, have you noticed anything different about me? I wonder what it could be. Comments below. Did you notice anything different about me? Let's see how many of you figured it out.